morning. Thanks so much for joining us for Wake Up Charlotte to Go. I'm Carolyn Bruck. Larry, you are in a winter wonderland right now, if that's any indication of what's to come.
Oh, that snow is falling, Lisa. The fake snow is falling. Now, the big question is, a lot of people are wondering, is it going to happen here? Not today. Let's talk about today, then we'll show you tomorrow. Today, we'll look for temperatures in the upper 40s. Clouds will increase throughout the day, becoming mostly cloudy by late afternoon. Tomorrow, here we go. That's on and off again showers, and we may see some rain mixing with snow in the Charlotte area. You can see around 4 o'clock. It does continue. Enough that there may be a little bit north of Charlotte some accumulation. Let's talk about the situation. The major winter storm system is now tracking across parts of Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas. Here's that storm system. That warm front lifting to the north. We're going to put the precipitation at about midnight tonight, just south of Charlotte. Then we go to about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Rain from Charlotte south. The rest of that is all snow. Noontime tomorrow, we may see some snow mixing with rain in the Charlotte area. The north of here, once again, all snow. This is around 6 o'clock. Everything starts to move away, and by about 7 o'clock, it's gone and moves up the east coast. We do have a winter storm warning in effect from this evening. That's until tomorrow evening for areas from Boone all the way to Morganton up towards Lenore. In that area, winter storm watch will be in effect from Hickory to Statesville, Taylorsville, all the way up over their area towards the Triad, Greensboro, High Point, and Winston-Salem. As far as some of the estimated totals at the moment, now all subject to change with the track of the storm system, temperature, and all those things. But in the mountains, up to 6 inches, up to 4 inches, Lenore, Morganton, that area, anywhere from, say, around Lincolnton up towards just south of Statesville, Mooresville, that area, up to 2 inches. And we could see maybe an inch across northern Charlotte area. So as we check your 7-day forecast for tomorrow, there you go. It's just going to be a cold day, not much above 38 for high temperature. Everything that falls freezes over Saturday morning. Could be some problems on the streets. 48 Saturday afternoon, Sunday, upper 40s. And there may be another storm system moving into the area Tuesday next week. We'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later. Back to you, Carol.
All right, Larry, thanks. All right, let's take a look at some of the top stories of the day. Joe Biden has officially been confirmed to become the next president of the United States. Congress tallying up the electoral votes and making the final vote just before 4 a.m. He is now set to be inaugurated on January 20th. Now, shortly after that official confirmation, President Trump finally committed to an orderly transfer of power. His aide tweeting out a statement for the president saying, in part, even though I totally disagree with the outcome of the election, there will be an orderly transition on January 20th. In the meantime, the country still reeling after an unprecedented attack on the U.S. Capitol. Rioters storming through security, disrupting a joint session of Congress, trying to certify the presidential election. Violent mobs there. Wake Up Charlotte's Rachel Lumberg joining us now. So, Rachel, even some of the president's own supporters really disturbed by the image. People, no way around it. This was disturbing, and everyone who is a human being who saw this would feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolute chaos. It was destruction. It was a terrible day that will now go down in our American history. So we're going to show you some of these images that are all over social media. There are hundreds of pictures now flooding our feeds of the destruction that took place at the Capitol building. There were early on in the attack, these images shared when law enforcement and the lawmakers were forced to find cover as Trump supporters streamed into the Capitol. So once they got in, law enforcement says that the rioters had the run of the place. They went into offices, took pictures, broke through the doors in the House chamber, and eventually hung from balconies in congressional chambers. One of them even stole a podium. Lawmakers, they were forced to evacuate. They were given masks that helped them get through the clouds of tear gas to get out. And then once the building was cleared, as you know, D.C.'s emergency curfew went into effect last night, and a lot of people didn't leave. We'll end by showing you this powerful image. It was the Capitol building right at dusk, covered in Trump flags with smoke from flashbangs that took place all around. It really summed up the entire evening of chaos, and we will continue to follow the reaction and more images that we start to see on social media throughout today. I'll send it back to you, Carolyn.
Rachel, thanks so much. Time to connect the dots when we make the news make sense. Twitter has removed 3 of President Trump's tweets and temporarily suspended his account. Facebook, Instagram making similar moves. Just because he's the president doesn't mean he's exempt from following the rules. Ben Thompson explains.
Twitter and Facebook are fully within their rights to block President Trump, and it's not a violation of the First Amendment. Let's connect the dots. Both social media platforms are private companies. They're not a government. According to the Constitution, the First Amendment is meant to prevent Congress or states from blocking people's freedom of speech. Twitter and Facebook are separate platforms. They're allowed to regulate content and create their own policies. Whether or not it's right is a separate debate. And simply put, the president broke the rules. Twitter and Facebook have policies that clearly state users can't make false claims about elections. And that's connecting the dots.
The site gave the president until 7 this morning to delete his tweets. If not, he risks his account being deleted entirely. Make sure to watch us each and every morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on Wake Up Charlotte. We hope to see you.